The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, it's Floren here, and I want to make sure that everyone on the call can hear us. So if you can hear me, type in the chat box a Y in that question box. Type in a Y just so I know that you can hear me right now. Hey, Keith. Hey, Robert, Gail, Robert. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, guys. Now, the other thing I want to ask is where is everybody from? So if you can just type in where you're from real quick, just so we know that you're attending us and you can hear us loud and clear. We've got Robert from North Carolina. Welcome, Robert. Nice to see you here. So just typing in the question box there where you're from. We got Keith in SoCal. We got Robert in London. We got Gail in Canada. We got Paul in Utah. Awesome, awesome. Phil from Florida. Awesome. Great. Well, let's get started here. So I want to welcome you to today's webinar. It's Transforming Your Hobbies and Passions into a Successful Business with our special guest, Kavit Haria. Now, I've known Kavit for a very long time. In fact, the very first time I went over to London, Kavit gave me a tour of the city, and some of the highlights included seeing the city from the London Eye. That's kind of their Ferris wheel thing. It's these kind of bubble type things that you're kind of in a Ferris wheel that goes around and around, and you can see all the major sites from there. It's really cool. And he also took me to Madame Tussauds, the wax figure museum, so you can see a bunch of celebrities and take pictures with celebrities. And I think one of Kavit's favorite celebrities that he got to get right next to was Richard Branson, and we took a picture of that, so I thought that was pretty cool. Now, Kavit started his first online business in 2005. He was selling marketing education to musicians. And after mistake, failure after failure, he finally learned to build a thriving online business using intricate and automated sales and marketing funnels that built an email list of over 100,000 musicians and generated over $1 million in sales per year. In 2008, he founded Insider Internet Success. Now, this is his company through which he helps people discover winning, profitable business ideas and sets up automated marketing and sales funnels. His flagship program, Automated Business System, helps new online business owners take their ideas from inception to launch with his entire team building your entire business for you and then guiding and marketing you to six figures in your first year, helping you to create the perfect freedom business. He has a wealth of advice available at insiderinternetsuccess.com. He writes an inspiring daily email to 15,000 business owners daily and is taught at seminars and conferences in the UK, America, and Australia over the last 6 years. Now, Kavit has a very simple philosophy. Have fun, do exceptional, meaningful work, pay attention to the details, treat people right, tell the truth, have a positive impact on the world around us, give back, and keep learning. So please give Kavit Haria a warm welcome as he teaches us how to transform your hobbies and passion into a successful business. Kavit, take it away.
Thanks, Reed. Thanks for having me, and great stories of your visit back to London. That's for sure, or when you first came. So yeah, thanks for having me here on the webinar. Thanks for introducing me to your community and trusting in what I'm sharing, so that you know that everybody here will get some value. So that is amazing. So just want to make sure that everybody can hear my audio also. So I love webinars because they're such an international affair. I mean, Reed is in Minnesota, I'm in London, and we have people in all parts of the world, Raleigh and Philippines and Florida and Utah, and we have people in London, which is great also. But just a couple of people, if you can, just one of those read whys in the questions box, or just say you can. I'm going to tonight introduce you to what it is that I do and how I make things happen in my life, in my world. And I'm going to hope that a lot of that inspires you and inspires you to become the very best version of yourselves as you build your own online businesses, internet marketing systems, companies online. I've been, for the last 10 years, working online, which is essentially how Reed and I know each other. But for the last 10 years, I've been working online in all types of ways, trying all types of things to build a business online. And for the last, I guess, 7 years, and knowing what has worked and trying to adapt to very fast-changing environments online, learning new strategies and tactics, I'm basically bringing the best of everything together to build a business that lasts, to build a business that counts, to build a business that really truly does meaningful work. that allows us to create profit, that's scalable, that's automated, and that provides a lifestyle freedom and a sense of time freedom and money freedom for myself. So I'm going to walk you through a few critical things. I'm going to show you a lot of different case studies and success stories of people today in this age in February right now, and over the last few years, building businesses that are online, taking their skills, talents, hobbies, passions, interests, which we all have, right, and building them into businesses online. And I'm also going to walk you through the very specific skeleton of what a sales process should look like. So I'm going to show you exactly what a sales process looks like, how you drive people to your website, how you take them through a whole journey so that they end up buying, not just once, but repeatedly. So before I jump into all of that, I would love to know, in order to make this webinar and this hour and hour a bit that we have together really useful, really valuable for you. How many of you right now, so who here right now is in a business? Like you have a company of your own online. If you have your own online business, just go ahead and tell me. And if you don't have your online business, but you have a career, a job, an offline business, a brick and mortar business, you may do something, but that's as a freelancer, but you don't specifically have an online business. Um, just go ahead and write it down. Let me know. Write in the questions box. So tell me specifically what it is that you're doing. So we've got online businesses, we've got event planner. That's is that Ihe or EJ? That's your name. We've got people doing internet marketing, affiliate marketing. We have people with their own businesses. Awesome. So we have a mix of people here. There's a freelancer, yeah, who's trying to convert to an online product provider, which is a smart move. Peggy's a flight attendant working on an online business to retire with. I love that. Great. So we have people that are basically trying to build a business online, which is great, and I hope that this provides some really valuable insights. We have some people that are just online businesses, affiliate marketing, internet marketing, online providers, product providers, event planners, and people doing online marketing and online publishing. Great. So what I'm going to do is share with you some, for those of you that are beginners, you're going to get extremely useful advice on this webinar, if I may say so myself. I've prepared it like that. For those of you that are already in business online, I'm hoping to shake up a little bit of what you're doing. I'm hoping to provide some insights that will inspire you to look at your sales model again, to look at your entire business again, and to think about how you can get even more sales than you're getting right now. So let's jump in. Now, before we jump in, very quickly, actually, let me share that what I'm about here is about creating a real business. I don't want to create a business that is an overnight success, because I really don't believe that that exists. And I also don't want to just create a business that will, be available for a few months and then disappear, just like those restaurants and shops that open up on the high street and then shut down after a few months because they just don't work. So I am going to definitely share with you time-tested, proven strategies that are going to help you build a business that truly lasts and that truly produces an income big enough that you can live your life. Now, my goal is, we run a service called the Automated Business System, and the Automated Business System is a 12-month program. I'm telling you this because in order to set the scene. The 12-month process is really for me and my team to get extremely stuck in on people's ideas and help them take their skills, talents, hobbies, interests, and refine them in a way that really will work online. So we look at, and I'm going to walk you through the strategies here, we look at their idea and we think about, well, who is it right for? Who is it not right for? What target audience do we go for? What sales strategies do we need? What marketing strategies do we need? What sales funnel is required, which I'm going to show you the skeleton of the sales funnel very shortly. And how do we build all of these things? So I'm going to walk you through that. I'm also going to walk you through the second segment, which is implementation. Now, implementation is really all about helping our clients build. So we build their businesses for them. We have a team of people that do that, and then we coach them on the marketing, which I'm going to jump into as well. Now, that whole process has allowed me to work very closely with people, and our goal is for every single person that goes through this process to do $100,000 in their very first year online. And a lot of the people that I'm going to share with you have and haven't done that and are on their way to doing that. And I want to have you achieve the same thing, which is why I wanted to set the scene of your big goal. I always believe, and I've always believed that, maybe after reading Stephen Covey, who says, begin with the end in mind. And the end in mind for me is to have a business that is automated, that is scalable, that is profitable, that is real, that allows me to travel the world wherever I want to be and still be able to hit at least $100,000 in my very first year of business. So before we get into that, let me set a little bit of an introduction up for you here, because I want you to really value the skeleton of the sales funnel when we jump into that, because for those of you that are brand new, it's going to blow your mind, and for those of you that are in business, it's going to be really obvious, but it really will allow you to focus in on what's important. So if you want time and money freedom in your life where you no longer have to be a slave to the hours, work constantly for very little, and where you have no time for the things that really matter, and where this is going to be good for you. If you have a business idea, a product, service, skill, talent idea, you're wanting to leave a career, you're wanting to, I guess, migrate away from a career into an own online business that you can retire with, then you want to be able to do that. This is going to show you how. And of course, you could be anybody. You could be an individual. You could be a mom and dad. You could be a stay-at-home type. You could be a retired person. You could be anybody, and anyone really can truly do this. I've worked with in the last 3 years with just the service that we offer, we've worked with over 150 different people, couples, individuals, people in their late 20s, people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, even their 60s, from all walks of life, all different parts of the world, all taking their skills, talents, hobbies, ideas, and crafting them in a way that people can really benefit, so their customers can really benefit. And in that case, you're doing meaningful work, and you're also going to be able to generate enough sales to do what it is that you want to do in your life. So today I'm going to share with you a system that has the power to change your entire life in less than a year. I'm going to show you the exact method that I use to create dozens of six-figure businesses for my clients every single year. My clients quit their jobs, travel the world, and take luxury vacations while these automated online businesses operate 24/7 in the background, more than replacing their full-time income. So here's what you're going to discover. My personal system for building a fully functional six-figure business from scratch, how students have done that, how to free up more time and energy than you dreamed possible, and how to unleash a machine that keeps buyers pouring onto your site and generating sales on demand. I'm going to try my best to give you the most important things and also pack in a huge amount. When I usually share this webinar or this presentation live, it can usually take up to 3 hours. But I want to try to give you the very best that will be useful to you. So if I do speed up, then if you can handle it, then it's great. If not, then write, and I will try to slow down. I generally end up speaking too quickly. So very quickly here, rather, is life coach Florence West, and Florence is from Texas, and I don't know if are there any coaches or consultants or speakers or authors in the audience right now? If you're there, if you're one of those, just tell me in the questions box. I've got a few stories for you. Florence basically was a very successful life coach. She had 3 big contracts with corporate companies, and they would call her in, pay her to coach their staff, and she would do that pretty much all week long. When the recession hit a few years ago, she found herself in a deep hole, and she had to essentially go out and get work because these clients dropped her. So here she was with a successful, thriving business doing over 6 figures, and she literally lost 3 contracts within the space of a couple of months, and she had to rebuild. She had no online presence. She didn't need it. She had no business cards. She didn't really need it. She didn't have any anything online really to brand herself and market herself because she had these great contracts. So that's when we met and we discussed what she needed to do and how she productize her business, as it were, in a way that she could build a community, engage with that community, sell her the products and services that she's going to have, sell her coaching, sell her consultancies, and we planned all of that together. We figured out the strategy, we figured out the target audience, and we launched. And when we launched the business, within a year after her marketing work, this is what she said to me. She says, over 12 months, I built an email newsletter with 8,000 subscribers that I now write to once a week. And from the initial product, as well as my upsells and my high-end coaching, I had generated $145,000 in year 1 revenue. And this is an automated business that is essentially, all she has to do is drive traffic to her sites, and her sales funnels do the work. And she's marketing regularly, and she's getting traffic to her site. So this is not about getting quick fast or get rich quick. This is no sit on your bum, do nothing, and get paid promises. This is no ready-made template for you. There's no promise that you're going to experience the same results that I might have or our clients have. But most people who buy any training on how to make money will also make no money. So that's a point to think about there, because it really comes down to your goals, your vision, your life, what it is that you want to achieve, and how hard you're willing to work for it. So, by the way, isn't that like the most largest coconut you've probably ever seen? If anyone has ever seen a coconut that's really bigger than that, and this coconut was at least, I guess, 40 centimeters tall. If you've seen a coconut bigger than that, tell me. I'd love to know where I can go find one. I am a complete addict to coconuts. I've probably tried every coconut water brand, and everywhere I go, my mission is to drink as many coconuts as possible. But anyway, so I've basically worked, as I said, with over many businesses through our emails, our webinars, our speaking events, but specifically one-on-one crafting and strategizing businesses. We've done over 150 businesses in the last 3 years, and you know, I've stumbled on it because really in 2004, 2005, I'm a musician. I play an instrument called the tabla, which is a North Indian drum. And I had a really good time playing that, a great successful career. And then I went on to teach others how they could get their own gigs, they could sell their own music, how they could promote their own music and actually earn money from it, how they could quit their music, their day job rather, to play music full time. And so I launched a business online called InsiderMusicBusiness.com. Because I've taken up a little bit of time already, I'm not going to jump into the huge biography that I'd like to give, but I basically created this business that in 5 years went on to do $1 million in sales, just helping musicians create their own music, sell their music, promote their music, get gigs, and generate income. I'd created ebooks, CDs, DVD programs, coaching programs, membership sites, and built up steadily and slowly and steadily a consistent flow of people. And as Reed said in the introduction, 120,000 musician subscribers on an email list, and they all went through various intricate funnels before they purchased. And so using all of that information, all of that experience, all of that knowledge, I started to work with other people through workshops, through programs online, to teach them how they could also build their own businesses online and get that sense of freedom and that style of freedom. And that's when I realized 3 years ago that actually I can't teach random tactics here and there. A lot of people do that. You know, you have I'm a specialist on email and a specialist on that, and really it's great, but you don't really know what you need if you don't know what you need. And when you're starting out brand new, you need somebody who's going to completely hold your hand and say, here's exactly the kind of sales funnel that you need. Because no one plans your strategy with you. They teach you webinars, they teach you Facebook and ebooks or maybe some other social media, or they teach you something, a tactic. And none of the tactics work if you don't have strategy. And so the very most important thing that you need is strategy. And when you have strategy in your business, the rest of the pieces will fall into place, and it's a lot easier to make money online. So if there's one thing you take away from this, is that you need to think about your strategy first. And if you're rushing through your strategy or skipping bits, you're going to find gaps in your business where you're either leaving money on the table or you're just not making money because of those. So definitely think about strategy first, and that's what we're focusing on here, but also what we're focusing on in the work that we do these days to help people take an idea, really refine it, get very clear on the strategy. Who are you selling to? What are you going to sell? How are you going to sell it? Where are you going to sell it? What is the sales process that allows that to happen automatically? And then, because we've realized that a lot of people don't know what strategy is, but they also then don't know where to find the team to do everything, so we built the team that does the design, the development, the writing, the copy, everything. And then we move that on into actually coaching them to market until they get to $100,000 in sales in their very first year. So that's basically that. But look, before we jump into the skeleton, I wanted to share this. There are 7 reasons why people never get around to setting up their business. And these are called excuses. 7 reasons, if you like, that people just never start a business, even though they want to. So if you're on the fence, if you want to start a business, you still haven't, look, there's no better time than right now to make it work online. Anybody who is online that is doing well will tell you that the internet is, in many ways, still in its earliest days, actually. We're constantly hearing about new things, new ideas, things that are quite basic, but we're getting them to come through the internet right now. I mean, our life is essentially run through the internet. If you're not on the internet doing something meaningful, running a business, helping somebody, sharing something that you know, sharing your skill, talent, hobby, then you're essentially leaving a huge amount of money on the table, but you're also, I feel like, holding yourself back from the world. I believe, I've always believed this, that every single one of us is born with 100% of potentiality to do the very best that we can do. But because of the lives that we generally lead, we're only ever unleashing 5–10% of that potentiality. We get up, we go to work, we come back the next day, we get up, we come back, we go to work, we come back, and this cycle just continues for those of us that are in jobs. And for those of us that are in business, many of you sometimes, and maybe this may or may not be you, but maybe you should ask yourself, is my business giving me a life, or is my life giving the business everything that it needs? And really, the whole purpose is you get into business is so that you get a life. And you're not getting a life because of your business, then again, these are some things to think about. What is sucking out your time and your energy? So here are 7 excuses that people might make when it comes to not starting a business. Money. I don't have enough money. Some people say that I don't have enough money. Well, if you don't get any help from anyone else, or you don't pay for any courses, or you don't pay for any mentoring, then all the basic costs of starting a business is a domain name, a hosting, and maybe an email tool like Aweber. And all of that will cost you not more than $400 a year. I don't have the right contacts. I truly believe that LinkedIn has brought everyone in the world together and we're only separated by 6 different stages. There's a book about that. There's a movie about that. The idea of 6 pixels, rather 6 stages of separation. And I feel that you can be connected to literally anybody that you want in the world if you only make the right moves and make the right connections and stay persistent. I don't have enough knowledge. If you think I don't have enough knowledge is a reason to not start a business, I think you're still holding yourself back. I'm learning every day. Everybody that you might look up to as an expert is learning every day. And we start with as much as we can, and we keep adding on to it. Joining the webinars, joining various courses, taking part in as many sessions as you can to immerse yourself in the area will only make you more smarter and also make you more knowledgeable. So keep at it. I don't have enough time. I don't have a profitable idea, which I'll come on to in a second. There might be too much risk. Some people don't start online because they think there's too much risk. And some people just don't start because they feel like they don't have the motivation. Well, if you don't have the motivation, you shouldn't even be on this webinar, in my opinion. So I think that any of the other 6 you can definitely overcome as well. So a lot of people love this quote, and in our community, and I wanted to share it. And it is, the trouble is you think you have time. And it's such a great one because it really wakes you up to think about what exactly is going on, why people think they can spend enough time to just procrastinate before they start. And really, I don't know if you've ever had a moment in your life where something has truly affected you. And if that's the case, then you'll know that time is really not what it is. It is very short. We only have a limited amount. Okay, so what you need is the ultimate, legitimate, and tested process for building a stress-free freedom lifestyle business on the web. You need a system for marketing and selling literally anything online. You need a method for reducing your workload, making a positive impact in the world while making more money. You need to stop splitting. How many people jump from one idea to the other, completely immersing themselves in something? Like, oh, I'm going to learn everything I can about Facebook, and then you completely do that, and then you forget about everything else. And then whatever you're trying on Facebook may not be working for you as quickly as you want it to, and you move on to something else. I've had all of those experiences in my life, by the way. This is why I'm able to share them, because I know exactly what it feels like to go from one thing to the other and feel like, okay, I really wanted that thing to get me all the results. It didn't work for me, and now I want something else to get me all the results. And we keep jumping around. So if you examine all the most successful people in the world, especially all the people, because we're talking about online business, that build online businesses, you'll find that they are all extremely focused, extremely committed, extremely dedicated. They find a path, they follow it, they stick to it, and they keep following it. They don't waver around. They know what their this comes back to that idea about strategic thinking. They know what their strategy is, and they follow it. And then they dip into different tactics because they know it fits into their strategy or doesn't fit into their strategy. So that's really important. And finally, if you're going to be successful, then you need to find that middle ground between fear and facing fear, where the freedom lies. So I'd like to share with you a little bit about the automated business system as a process, as a service, as a system, and then also if anyone's interested, we can talk about the system offline and what service we offer. But I would specifically like to tell you exactly what you need to do to build your business right here. And so the steps I give you here will help you create a business that deliver value to a targeted group of people online. The idea is to find some value that you can provide, a product, service, system, software. Find a group of people that really need it and be able to do it. And when you set up your business in the way that we set them up here, then you'll find that they're 80% automated and they're there to make it work like a machine. So here's a very quick success story. This is Tom. Now Tom, by the way, is a former lawyer. He quit his career to start an online business. Now he quit his career after he started his online business and started making a success from it, which is what I really recommend most people do. And Tom was really interested in the idea of content and content marketing and wanted to create an agency. So he created a content marketing agency where he would supply a writer to a corporate agency, a corporate company, to do the writing for them, and he would charge them and pay the writer. And so within just 3 months of his business up and running, his entire sales system, his lead magnets, his sales processes, his phone call scripts, his videos, his email network, all of that was up, and within 3 months, Tom was selling $20,000 of content packages each month. He had doubled that in 6 months. As of August, which was 9 months into his business, Tom's company produced $65,000 each month. Tom and his partner visited some amazing locations, and they've just bought a large house in the country. And all of this because of the way that the system is set up, which we're going to jump into in a second. And of course, they had their first baby. So the very first thing that you need to do is identify a clear, winning, and profitable business idea. If you do not have an idea, this is for you. If you already have an idea, look through what I'm about to share for the next few minutes and see if it resonates with you. But if you don't have an idea, then these next steps, the 3 steps called GAT, which stands for generate. The very first step is to get a list of ideas. Sit down with no distractions, no phone, no laptop, just a pen and a piece of paper, and write down as many different ways as you can think of with regards to your skills, talents, hobbies, passions, expertise, experience, and make a list of all the ideas you can come up with to make money. And what are all the different ways that you know that you could sell something, whether you think you're good at it or not. Don't judge yourself through this process. Just sit, just make a whole list, and then you're ready to move on to the A process, which is the analyze. Now, the idea of analyze is to then look through everything, all the ideas, and start to shortlist them. And out of all your ideas, you want to really shortlist into 5 or 6 ideas. And the way to do this, and there are many different questions. We normally ask 8 questions in our process to do the analysis when we take our clients through it. But this 8, one of the things is, does it feel right to me? I always believe that if something is not fitting your gut, if it doesn't feel right in your gut, then it's not always going to be something that's good to do. So the very first thing is that. And then you look for, are there other competitors? Is there enough keyword research? Are people buying things in those audiences? What other research can you find to do that? And then once you've shortlisted your idea, you move on to T, which is to test. And there are many ways to test, of course, but the most important and easiest one is to run a little survey. Run a survey that asks people, what are your most pressing challenges with whatever the idea is? So if you're a great skier, then what are your most pressing challenges with skiing? If you know how to get gigs and you want to teach musicians how to get gigs, what is your most pressing challenges with getting gigs? That would be my survey question. I'd leave a massive box and I'd allow as many people as possible to write. And then you go find the people. You can find them on social media. You can find them in forums. You can pay advertising to find these people. But you do whatever you do to capture at least 25 survey responses. Now, by the way, this is work that we do with our clients. So we don't expect our clients to say, I haven't done the surveys yet, so I'll come back in a few months. We don't do that. We basically say to our clients, if you're committed about building a business online, then we will truly help you find the right idea. We'll start with a list of ideas, we'll shortlist, we'll test a few, and we'll figure out which one the market really wants and where the market tells us that they're going to spend money. Most people skip this step. Most people fail in business for this very one reason, and that is they do not test. They simply think that they've got the greatest product idea by their standards. They think that they're creating what people want based on their standards, and then they go create it without actually asking the people that are going to actually take out their credit cards and pay for something. Isn't that like incredibly basic yet fundamentally flawed if you're not doing your research? So we take care of all of that research, but I think if you're doing this on your own, then you definitely need to run a little survey. You need to ask and share your entire survey and get at least 25 responses to begin. And then what you can do, if you really want to become a little bit more advanced, which is something that we do, is we take the best survey responses out of the 25 survey responses, and we get in touch with 5 or 10 of the people that are given surveys, and we ask them if we can get on Skype with them for a quick 5-10 minute interview. And we ask them a few questions to really get into the mind. Now, why are we doing these surveys? We're doing these surveys because, one, we want to know if people are actually going to buy our stuff, if they're interested in what we're doing. The second reason is because we want to understand the way they speak, the way they think, the way they feel, the way they believe about what they believe. Because if we can really get into understanding these people, we'll be able to write our marketing copy, our sales copy, our emails copy, our product creation, all in the direction of getting them to really buy something, in the direction of really getting them to buy something quite amazing. So these are the 3 stages of finding an idea if you don't yet have an idea. So this is Dr. Joel, and Dr. Joel is in the US, and he runs a medical practice, and he wanted to create a system where people, his patients, could subscribe and get all their medical records online, get access to all health experts, and also have a direct communication board with the doctor. So we created all the sales processes, the marketing processes, the product, the actual platform with him, the design, the branding, the development, everything. Put it all together within a couple of months and launched his business. Within a few months, he started having all of his customers, his patients, subscribe. And now he's got it to the point, he's got 2 points. He's got enough people so that he's hitting 100 grand just from this platform within a month, just from his little business idea. But he's now going to take his entire business idea and license it to other medical practices so they could also do the same, which is another way for him to add revenue into his business. This is all free money, essentially, because he's still being a doctor in his medical practice. And now he's added an extra 100 grand to his annual take-home. So that is Dr. Joel, and I thought I'd share. I'm going to share not just details and facts, but I'm also going to show you people's websites as we get into the presentation here, because I really want to inspire you to think in so many different ways about what is really truly possible for you in your internet business and for your life, essentially. And hopefully it'll open up lots of different ideas for you here. Now, I shared with you so far in terms of educational pieces, I guess, I've shared with you so far the idea about GAT, finding your own profitable idea. Now I'm going to share with you what I call the Success Entrepreneur Framework, or the Entrepreneur Success Framework. And the Entrepreneur Success Framework is made up of 4 C's. And these 4 C's are incredibly important if you are going to transition from a job to becoming an entrepreneur online, and also being able to create a business that truly lasts the time that you're alive or beyond. It's also going to help you make sure that you quickly and rapidly identify what it is that you want to do, but also speed up the level of success that you're achieving. The first step in the process is C, for clarity. Now, the more clarity you have about your goals, your vision, your identities, what it is you want to create online, your branding, your products, the more you're going to succeed. It's really as simple as that. So that's why in our process of the automated business system, the very first stage when we work with our clients is all about strategy, because we want our clients to be as clear as possible. And one of our favorite sayings is that the greater you are inspired to share your vision with the world, the more inspired the world is going to be to receive that vision. And it all comes from clarity. Now, the beauty about this is that the more clarity you get in your life, the more confidence you get. Don't you feel more confident that you know about the direction you're going in because you've thought about it, planned, researched, and become very clear about it? And isn't it amazing that when you start to become more confident, your clarity increases as well? And these 2 things together start to give you courage. Courage is the antidote to fear. Anybody that has fear is never going to take action. But the moment you start to get courage, you start to improve and increase the level of action that you take, the commitment towards the action, the confidence, the ability to feel that you know what you're doing. And if you get to that point, you start to build certainty. And when you get certainty, your certainty literally exceeds all of your doubt as to whether this is possible. Am I doing the right thing? Am I setting it up in the right way? Am I producing this in the right way? Am I teaching in the right way? Am I sharing my business in the right way? Am I writing emails in the right way? Am I selling authentically? The moment you have certainty, your certainty exceeds your doubt, and you know, as a matter of fact, that you are going to be successful in business. This is the Entrepreneur's Success Framework. If you get through this, you will find, and if you really spend some time to think about this, you will find everything in here to truly change your mentality and truly change your ability to succeed online. So once you have an idea, once you have started building your entrepreneur success mindset and success framework, then it's time to identify a specific offering. What is it exactly you're going to sell to those people? And define your positioning. What stance are you going to take? Are you going to be in the budget market, in the average market, or in the luxury market? What exactly are you going to sell to these people? Now, before we jump into that, I'm just going to pause for a second just to go to the questions box and see what you've written. I'd welcome your thoughts. Are you finding this useful so far? Have you got something or the other from here that's valuable so far before we jump into the skeleton of a sales funnel, which is exactly what's coming up in a second. So feel free to go ahead in the questions box. Tell me that whether you're finding a value or not. I would love to know your response and try to make this even more better for you if it's not already. So feel free to let me know in the questions box. I am just scrolling through to check that. Yes, loving and learning, very clear, logical. I do, good stuff, great, yes. Thank you. Yeah, okay, good. So that is awesome. Now, a lot of you are going to be, I've mentioned the automated business system several times, which is the service that we offer, but I'm not even here tonight to even sell you on that, by the way. I'm not here to present to you an offer about that. What I will just say, however, is that we do, from time to time, offer the opportunity for some people to get on the phone with us for 30 minutes, absolutely free of charge, where you can talk to us a little bit about the ideas that you have, and we can give you some specific feedback. So we have a couple of business coaches that will do that, actually. And we don't do this very often, but we have opened a few slots because the feedback here tonight is amazing. So I would love for you to go and sign up for a free 30-minute strategy call or a 30-minute business, we call it a business startup session, where essentially we will do the following. We will help you understand what your goals and vision are with your online business. We will talk about the ideas that you have. We'll give you some outside feedback, if you like, personal help, outside feedback to push you in the right direction, and show you specifically how you can build a sales funnel, and just cover a little bit about that in the call. So you can leave with more clarity, more confidence, more direction, and some really good food for thought about what you want to do. And if you like the idea of that, then just type in yes, or you want the call in the strategy session. I'm going to quickly get a link set up, and I will give you that link where you can go and fill it out. We have, I guess we'll probably open 7 or 8 free 30-minute slots in the next 7 days. So the calendar will show those opportunities. You can just go ahead and do that. If you have no idea what you need to sell online, if you have no idea, and this is really interesting because a lot of people come to us with some idea of their hobbies, passions, interests, skills. Some people just have no clue whatsoever. So if you really feel like you have no idea whatsoever, we will walk you through that process to help you come up with the ideas. And we will help you identify where there's a market. My vision in life, let me just pause for a second and tell you, my vision in life is that I really believe that the only people that can truly change the world are not politicians. They are entrepreneurs. And entrepreneurs like you and I really, truly, if we do the work that we are passionate about and do something that's good and useful, we can inspire a lot of people. We inspire our customers, we inspire our teams, we inspire our customers, teams, and our own families. That itself, if you count the number of people, is really a whole mini society. And so my vision is to get as many people as possible doing work they love and sharing their passions, ideas, and skills so that other people can benefit. Okay, let's move on. So I'm going to give you the link in a second. Actually, it's up. Let me put it in the chat box. If you want to book a 30-minute call, we have a few slots. You should go and do that right now before they're taken. But stick with me here because I have not even started sharing the skeleton of the sales funnel, which is the exciting part. Okay, you can go there, book a call, and listen. Keep listening here as I'm sharing this. Now, look, nothing is more important in business than having a killer targeted offer that meets the needs or desires of your audience. So you have to find something to sell that is truly what people need and desire. If they don't need and desire, why would they buy it, right? And so that is the first most important thing. You also need to figure out this very interesting tool and idea here that I want to share with you, which is what I call point A to point B. Now, every single person in life is at a point A. point A is essentially where somebody is right now. Now, let's say I'm selling skiing lessons. If I want to sell skiing videos online, then my person A, my potential prospect, is somebody who is about to go on a skiing holiday, is interested in learning how to ski. They may have been before and they want to brush up, or they've never been and they want to try learning. They feel a little bit scared because they don't know what to expect. They don't know whether they're going to injure themselves, and they want to make sure they do things correctly. They also want to have a lot of fun, and so they want to learn how to ski correctly and not look like fools in front of their friends on the slopes. That is person A. We also then have to figure out in our business, who is person B, or where is person B going to be when they achieve our end goal? What is that point? So they'll be better skiers, they'll know better ideas, they'll be able to move in the right direction, they'll be able to be injury-free, they'll be able to be great in front of the friends, they might even learn a few tricks if they buy the skiing videos. So that person is at A when they are right now, and once they use your product, use your service, use your ideas, use what it is that you're selling, they get to product B. They get to point B, rather. Now, your job as the entrepreneur is to figure out what A and B is. If you can truly figure out what A and B is, then you will get to the point where you can write really good marketing material, write really good sales material, really good emails, connect directly with the people that you want to connect with, and sell your stuff. This is the most powerful piece of advice that we start all of our work with, because when you can truly get clear about A and B, you will transform your business. You will know exactly where people are right now. You will really truly imbibe and understand where people are once they utilize your products and services, and you will show them that by them buying, just by getting them to buy, they will achieve what it is that is their end goal. Does that make sense? Cool. Just do a little nod, and that's good for me. Okay, so Don is somebody who owns an offline business, a tangible brick and mortar business where he is selling fences. Like, he literally sells the material on these fences. And so people go to his yard, they look at the fences that he has, they select what they want, whatever size they want, whatever quantity they want, and they fill out an order form. He wanted to build that online. And after we built that entire business online, he had his whole sales process, his whole sales funnel, his whole business. He generated $155,000. He hired a business manager. He took a lot of time off, and his family are certainly happy. So here is a skeleton of a sales process. Now, this includes 4 different sections. The first section is lead generation. Lead generation, now every business, by the way, the largest of the largest, like Uber or Amazon or Zappos, or any of these massive online businesses, they have and follow this entire skeleton. Even the smallest one-man businesses, whether that's you or you have a small team like me, or there's 11 of us in our business, whatever it is that you have in your business, we all use these skeletons if you're going to build a successful business. All of our clients, 1-man, 2-man, 3-man businesses, use this entire process. So the very first stage is lead generation. That is essentially getting everything to do with getting people to your website. Whether it's social media, there's generally 4 parts: social media, paid traffic, content marketing, and partnerships. These 4 areas are critical to getting leads to your website. The moment you get leads to your website, you have to capture them, right? You have to take them through a process where you capture them so that you can start building a relationship with them. The value of your business is not the value of your income. The value of your business is the value of the relationships you have with the people in your business. Now, the more people you build a relationship with, the more 1,000 true fans you have, the more money you're going to make. So lead capturing is really critical because it allows you to do lead nurturing, which is where you slowly build a relationship with email, with video, with webinars, with teleseminars, whatever it is that you want to use, to get letters, faxes, SMS, whatever, so that you can get people to know you, you can get people to like you, and you can get people to trust you. And you have to slowly build a relationship with people so that they get to like you and trust you. And by the way, the moment somebody is going to trust you, that's when they buy. Like, the moment somebody trusts you, they buy. So your job is to get as many people as possible to the point of trust via this lead nurturing so that they buy from you. And then finally, lead conversion. And lead conversion is really all about getting as many people as possible, once they trust you, over the hill from prospect to customer by taking an action to buy. So every single part of your business. Now look at this. The second part, lead capture, the third part, lead nurturing, and the fourth part, lead conversion. When you design and build a business, you make it such that those three areas are completely automated. Your goal is to completely automate those areas. If you can truly completely automate those areas of your business, you won't have to lift a single finger. You literally keep building your business and don't have to worry about lifting a finger. All you have to do is then focus all of your time, as much of your time as possible, on generating enough leads as possible. So all of our clients that we build businesses for, we do everything here. We set up all the mechanisms for lead capture, lead nurturing, lead conversion. And then we give the business to the client and say, now it's your job to start the marketing. And we help them with a marketing plan and coach them throughout the whole process through lead generation, because that's where, obviously, if you don't generate leads to your website, you're not going to make money. So lead generation is incredibly important in doing that. So that's that. And then let me share with you a couple more success stories, and I'm going to show you websites of clients and showing you exactly what it is that they do. By the way, a lot of people are asking, what do you do to drive traffic to your website? All of the traffic falls into this idea of lead generation. And lead generation, we present to our clients what is called a marketing quadrant. And the marketing quadrant is four things. Paid advertising, the most reliable way to stay in control of your own lead generation. Set up your ads, tweak them, get them to work, figure out a control, figure out the prices that you're spending, figure out your profit margin, and keep increasing your ads if you've got a good enough profit margin. Then there's social media. Social media is truly only about building a community. That is the whole purpose of social media. Social media doesn't make you money. It drives people to a certain place where you engage with them, where you build a community with them, and then you engage them. And then the moment you start to engage them, you move them over to your website where the magic happens, where your entire lead process happens. Then there's partnerships, where you work with people who are in the same industry, trying to achieve the same goal, to do endorsements to partner with each other. And then you do content marketing, which is about creating content on a regular basis and sharing that with a very specific audience. Those four methods are the methods that we use day in, day out, in all of our 150 plus clients to drive traffic to their websites. By the way, if you have any questions about any of these things, feel free to post them into the questions box, and I will happily stay behind and take as long as we need to answer as many questions for you guys here. So Joe is a graphic designer in New Zealand, and he's somebody who, again, was like Florence right at the beginning, had a lot of corporate clients, magazines, glossy magazines that would pay him for his design covers, and a lot of them would basically hire 2 or 3 different designers and just pay all of them, but pick only one. And so Joe was specifically helping people to do, well, he was paid to do these covers, and then he lost his clients because of the recession. So he wanted to build a graphic design business and an agency again, where he could sell his services. So we created a free report online to teach people how to find their own graphic designer and how to choose a graphic designer and all of that. We started marketing. We grew as many leads as we could, and he started selling to them. And he started hiring other graphic designers that he could give work to. Within a year of working together, he did $120,000 in profit. His wife also resigned from her job, and they both traveled over the world. Everybody wants to travel, I find, which is really amazing because I think it's fascinating. So if you want something you've never had, then you've got to do something you have never done. And one of my favorite quotes of all time is this one here, which says that a ship is safe in harbor, but that is not what a ship is meant for, is built for. And it's really amazing, right? I mean, this is exactly what we do with our lives, I think. I feel like we're all people of incredible talent, incredible awareness, incredible skills, hobbies, and we can share all of this with people out there who really want to learn from us, who really want what we have, and who really want to, we can become messengers and facilitators with the stuff that we know, or with the stuff that we want to know, and all we have to do is build the platforms to sell it, which is what this is about here. So the ideas I have shared here from the foundation, or form the foundation and structure of nearly all the online successful companies you see today, irrespective of size. Most people, unfortunately, who truly want to build an online business try to do so on their own, barely tolerating any kind of help at all. Yet my experience and my clients tell me that the successful entrepreneurs all enjoy massive amounts of outside help. So if you're willing to accept outside help, then here's what I've got for you. As I said, my team and I have set aside a few hours this week to provide a number of free 30 minutes business startup coaching sessions to people who have taken the time to attend this webinar. Now, attending this webinar means you are serious about building a business online. And we haven't even deep dived into one-on-one ideas. The webinar only allows me to share things as a group instead of going one-to-one and becoming very personal. So this free session will allow us to give you specific feedback on your ideas and show you how we can help if we're a good fit. And so the link, as I mentioned and I put in the chat box, is right here, www.insiderinternetsuccess.com/call. You will be able to fill out a form there with a calendar on the next page and book specifically the date and time that suits you. So the calendar option presents you right there and then with the date and time that will work for you, and you can go ahead and do that. Now, let me show you some more examples before we jump into this. This is Tim, who runs a skiing business. He's a ski instructor, and he thought that, well, there's not a lot of great videos out there online, no real course, no process to make it work, and I wanted to create this. And so he created a series of 11 videos in a snow center where he was being filmed teaching everything from carving to parallel skiing, straight sliding, all these different things that you do in skiing. And he put together a course that he would sell for on his webpage here. Here's his webpage that you can see that is essentially showing you his sales letter. And it continues to show you at the bottom his pricing as well. And he sells this entire thing. In order to sell it, he gives away a very free video called 3 mistakes that most skiers make that you should know about. And so he advertises on Facebook, he writes a blog, he writes social media, and he gets people to his website. They opt in on his homepage, he starts to build a list, and he sells here his courses via his email list. So people opt in, they get a free video, they get a series of emails for 30 days, and then they get the opportunity throughout that process to buy what he's got here. And here's his Facebook page on Facebook as well, where he's engaging with people there. So by the way, he's making sales, obviously. He's selling his products online. People are buying through his website. They're getting all the material, and away we go. So a reminder, you can book a free business startup strategy session with us right now. This is your chance to get personal feedback from an experienced mentor on your ideas. And the link is www.insiderinternetsuccess.com/call or appointment. Either one of them works. Okay. So here's another client. This is two people, a guy named James and a lady named Emma, who are working in business together. James is an extremely successful personal trainer I'll introduce you in a minute. But together, and Emma being a successful businesswoman, together they have teamed up to help personal trainers and fitness professionals become extremely profitable by running even better businesses, smarter businesses. And so what we're showing here is this is their website, and they have a book they've authored together. They have a seminar they run called the Foundations, and they run a program called the Academy. And these are the 3 parts of their sales funnel. They have the book, the Foundations, and the Academy. And this is their sales letter where they're selling the book specifically. So the book is called Fit for Business, Turn Your Passion for Fitness into a Highly Profitable Business. And you can go ahead to that button and buy. This is the inside of their sales funnel. Remember I told you that lead capture, lead nurturing, and lead conversion, the 3 elements of the sales process, they are automated. And here you see them completely inside an Infusionsoft campaign. And we build all these campaigns, by the way, automated for our clients. So here we have the email sequences, the capture sequences, the shopping cart icons you might be able to see are the products. And this is how the automated system appears. Here's another client. This lady is a life coach, another life coach, and she basically helps women who feel trapped in life, maybe through life, career, family, marriage, whatever, and to help them go from trapped to transformed, which is the name of her company. And you break free from the shackles, unlock your inner potential, and awaken your transformation. And her sales process is a free webinar that she has created that she invites people to. And so she invites people to the webinar. She teaches for 60 minutes, and then she sells her program, which is a 6-week coaching program online. Here's another client. This is a client that basically is a recruitment consultant, and he basically rewrites your LinkedIn profile for you. His target audience is North Americans, rewriting the LinkedIn profile so that they can get found or headhunted for better interviews. And so he has his free magnet is a free report. You can see there the cheat sheet for getting found and advancing your career with LinkedIn. And then he's got a whole process here that sells you his service, which is $97, I think, or maybe a little bit more. But you can go ahead and order, and as you can see here, it's a clicked order. It's going to PayPal. People will pay on PayPal $147 is what it is actually, and that's his price for his service. He writes your entire LinkedIn profile for you. You can go ahead and pay. And here's somebody who's doing $10,000 plus per month, just selling this through his marketing channels. So a quick reminder again, we have quite a few people that are making bookings, which is great. You need to go ahead and do this. Now this is absolutely free. I have nothing to sell you. There is no obligation on the call. This is an opportunity. I am doing this because this is Reed's audience, to basically say, go ahead and book a free startup strategy session. It is no obligation. It is not a sales call. It is a coaching call, free for 30 minutes to discuss your ideas. I find that there are so many people out there selling tactic from tactic, idea from idea. Well, what you need if you're going to build a successful business is the right strategic direction. The right direction to say, you can take your ideas, do it in this way, focus on this strategy, add these tactics, and you build a 6-figure business online. And that's exactly what we do for free on the call. So there's quite a few bookings gone, and there are a little bit more available right now. Go to insiderinternetsuccess.com/call. If you click that, by the way, it will take you to a page that looks like, let's see if this loads fast enough. Cool, it takes you to this page here, and you can click Show Calendar, put in your information, and it will take you to the calendar where you can directly book the product or the time and date, rather, that you would like to talk on the phone. Now here's another client. This is another doctor. She basically has created, she's fed up of supplying pills to people for basic things that really, if they understood their body, they could have more energy, they could be more fitter, they could get better sleep, they could sort a lot of issues out. So she's created a course called Uber Slim, $99 for Uber Slim, and you will basically learn everything you need to know about your body in order to be in the best shape possible. And so here she sells this entire online electronic course and gets everything that she needs, I guess, here in order to make that happen. She sells this course. People go ahead, they have a membership site that drips the content week after week for 12 weeks throughout this entire process. Here's James Crew I told you about earlier. He's a personal trainer. Now, a personal trainer obviously goes to the gym and works with their clients, but a personal trainer can also build an entirely online program that works and helps people get back into the shape of their life. Now here's James, and he's created a program very specifically for new mothers. This is a program literally for people that have given birth in the last year, and they want to get back into the shape of their lives. They want to eat better. They want to feel more fitter. They want to have more energy. And he's created an entirely online 6-week educational and fitness and diet and workout program. And that's what this whole thing here is about. And he sells it all on this website here, and he gets people to purchase everything here. Here's another one. This is another life coach, but this one is purely by webinar. He's created a presentation called The 8 Stages of the Ultimate Life Transformation System. Again, the webinar itself is automated. Right now I'm here presenting live, but all of these webinars in this process are essentially automated. I have my own other also automated channels where the webinars run daily. People join them daily. They watch them daily. They follow through as if I'm presenting live but engaging with me. And they are also hearing any pitch of sales. Now, at the end of this webinar, this person, Arvind, is inviting people to sign up for a free opportunity to talk about his coaching program. But very specifically, he says, I have a coaching program. If you want to be coached and to help you achieve your ultimate life, you should fill out this form. And so they go fill out the form at the end of the webinar, and he's converting people into the webinar. The webinar is really not that bad. He's only done it once. He's had 152 people register and 90 people attend out of that. So, 80, I guess 90, 60 people or so haven't attended. They probably will just get follow-up emails to watch the replay, but 90 of them attended. And now they get a series of follow-up messages, which, as you can see here, is getting incredible open rates: 55% open rate, 40% open rate, 33% open rate, 23.5% open rates. And he is selling his course at £6,000. He had 152 people register, 90 people attended, and out of 92 people attended, he converted 4 sales into £6,000 sales within just a 20-day period. Incredible. Here's another client. This is a career strategy coach. He basically helps people get very clear about what jobs they want, and then helps them find and land those dream jobs. And he sells what is called a career strategy starter kit, which is a short $10 product initially that helps them introduces the people to his work before they go ahead and either sign up for group coaching or buy his bigger program. Here's another website again. By the way, I'm going to show you lots of different sites. We're coming towards the end here, but I'm going to show you lots of sites as I wanted to from the beginning, because I want you to be inspired to dream up new ideas and think of new ideas that you might want to consider for yourself. If you have any questions, now is the time to put them in to the questions box, and after a little bit I'm going to just wrap up the examples and invite Reed to come on so we can do some Q&A here. So 90 Day Guitar is a guitarist who wants to teach guitar. He has created a free video series which is called 5-Minute Guitar, and he gets people to opt in, watch free videos, and then he sells what he's called a 90-day guitar program, and a 12-week process. Week by week, he unlocks new lessons to get people, adults specifically, to be playing the guitar and learning how to do it at the comfort of their own home. So this is his sales page where he's selling them how to on the idea of playing guitar, and that's him there, and he's talking a little bit about his course and what he's doing, and he's got a whole sales letter here and a whole sales process where he's teaching people how to do this. And again, here's somebody who's generating income, just selling $100 or $97 courses week after week using Facebook, using social media, using advertising, using content marketing. He writes a blog, and also because of partnerships. So one or two final reminders before we wrap up. The first one is that I'm not here to sell anything or ask you for any money. I am here to offer you this free strategy session. I would like to show you how you can take your ideas and automate them, and how you can build a business that serves your lifestyle. We all want more freedom. We all want more time. We all want more energy. We all want more ability to do the things that really truly count. And I want to show you how to take your ideas or find your ideas and put them into a structure that allows you to sell. So you can sell online, you can serve people, you can do good work, you can have fun in the process, and you can run your business from practically anywhere in the world that you want. So if you would like one of the free sessions, then you need to go to www.insiderinternetsuccess.com/call. That's INSIDR, insiderinternetsuccess.com/call, just as it's written there. You can't click on the screen, as you know, but you will need to type that into the address bar and then follow the process there. Okay, so this is one more, and this is Melinda. Melinda is from Canada, and she is an extremely amazing person at selling. She's worked with massive corporations. She's actually sold deals up to $1 billion, 8 figures essentially, in sales. So all of that experience as a woman, she feels that most sales women feel like a little bit neglected, or most business people that are women specifically feel neglected or feel less confident about selling, because sometimes it comes across too strong and they don't like that and so forth. And the real bottom line is people just don't know how to sell. So her business is called Women Making Big Sales. And so right at the beginning, she drives people to her website and she captures them. How does she capture them? She captures them with either a webinar, at the bottom you can see free webinar, or a free report where it says download the report, or a free consultation. She captures them in 3 specific ways. Once they are captured, they go through a nurturing process, and then she sells her main program called Heart of Sales. Heart of Sales is a 5-week coaching program with live calls. And she also upsells her service where she can come into the women's business and become the salesperson, just to show them exactly how it's done. That's her high-end, high-ticket price point item. And she sells all of that here on her website, as you can see here. So if you have an idea for a product or service, a widget, or literally anything that will truly help someone, something, be better at something, as it were, then I think that with refinement, with clarity, with structure, with the right guidance, you can launch your successful automated business system. I don't see why not. I feel everybody here has incredible potential to do something like that. You're already thinking about it. Why not shorten the learning curve by getting some advice from somebody who's a business coach that knows specifically what it is that they're doing to give you that advice on creating the right structure for your business online, so that you can then design the way that you want it to be designed, and using our support, build your business to $100,000 in your first year. That's the goal. Here's another client who, Veronica, basically runs a business online to do with watercolor painting. She launched on January 1st. By March 1st, because she's selling a course online, she'd hit $15,000 in sales. By April 1st, she was doing $12,000 per month. By July 1st, so pretty much 8 months into the business, she was doing $22,000 per month and left her work. And this is all possible for literally anybody here that has any idea they're interested in. Dave and Tina are a couple that together are incredibly interested in the idea of raw food. Dave wanted to leave his job. He also was made redundant. And they're interested in raw food. And together they set up their business. In the first year, selling courses, ebooks, and a video program, they made $225,000 in sales. And they continued by they hired an assistant, they launched a 7-day retreat, they launched another course. In year 2, they made $1.13 million in sales running this business online. I believe that you have a duty to yourself and the world to launch your idea. I believe that you are greater than who you think you are right now, and I think you have the opportunity to do something quite transformational. You will truly serve thousands of people, and you will earn a fantastic income through your online business. And it really is in your hands to start today. So I do leave you on the last slide here with this call to action, which is for you to go ahead and book the call if you haven't already done so. In the meantime, I am going to open the questions box. I would like to again thank you, my longtime friend Reed, for having me on to share what it is that I do. I'm very passionate, as you know, about building a business online, and specifically about helping people do it, because I know the potential that it brings. But I also know that having done this for over 150 different businesses, and many I've shown you also, just a handful, I know what it takes to turn things around, or what it takes to put things into place in a way that makes it work. And so I'm very excited that I was able to be here. We had a conflict in the timing, but we made it work. And again, thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you for being here, Kavit. It was great having you on for this webinar, and thanks everyone else for attending. I want to make sure you go to www.insiderinternetsuccess.com/call so you can book that free strategy session. I know I'm going to be booking mine, and you guys should take advantage of this too. This is a very limited time offer. Kavit has only set aside, a little bit of time for him and his team to be doing this. It's a favor that I called in for him to do this for you guys. I really think you should do this. Take advantage of this one-on-one consultation where you can find out a little bit more about Kavit and how he can help you with your business and help you get everything going. And so with that, go to www.insiderinternetsuccess.com/call.
Awesome. Thanks for that. I think there might be a couple of questions. Do you want to look at some questions in the questions box?
Sure. Let's see. I saw something about scaling a business a little while back. They're doing internet marketing. They have digital products, and they're wondering if this would help them scale their business.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's the whole point. The whole point is to be able to create, in my opinion, the skeleton. The whole idea of the skeleton is that once you create it in a way that's automated, the idea about automation is that you also are allowed to scale. It only becomes difficult to scale if you're creating something that's physical or if you've got staff in place to do something. Otherwise, um, it becomes very difficult to scale, right? If you've got staff in place or you've got physical product or something. But if everything is automated online using technology, you can definitely scale all of your sales.
Another one sells information, and they want to sell like a physical product. Would she sell them together or apart? What would you recommend?
Would you sell the what? The physical product or the information products together or apart?
Yeah, it sounds like they have an educational tour company, and they want a business now because they're reaching a retirement age, and so they have like an information product, and they also have some sort of physical, tangible product, and they're wondering if those should be sold together or apart.
I think they could be sold together. I think they could be sold apart. It really just depends on the audience. I think who are you targeting? Will they value both things together? A lot of decisions, I think, in business, I don't know what you think, Reed, but a lot of them seem to get made based on what people think as opposed to what the audience really wants.
Yeah, it's you make a lot more when you figure out what your audience actually wants. I
Yeah,
know a
exactly.
lot of people that kind of go, the logical thing is, oh, I'm going to create this thing that I want to sell, and maybe we'll see what happens. And that's
Mm,
not the way to do it. If you do your research and find out what the market really wants and give them what they want, it's a lot easier to make money.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
10 times
Exactly.
faster to make money that way. And it's a lot easier to create your product too because you're knowing exactly what they want. Let's see. Someone was talking about YouTube. Do you use like YouTube and video marketing with different businesses that you help out with?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like the guitar one, for example, has lots and his blog is essentially a new video training lesson every single week. It goes on YouTube. He markets it, and a lot of people find him because of YouTube. I do a video blog thing myself where I used to record a new video topic or a question or an answer a question every week for I think I did it for like 82 weeks, and that was a lot of my marketing at that time. We have a client who shoots video for companies as commercial videos, and they do a video blog, and that generates traffic for them. So yeah, videos are definitely something to do to help get more awareness, but also engage people through the visual, the auditory, and even the text that you write on the screen.
Paul asks here, he's a mortgage banker and he's got no online sales experience. How could this help him?
No online sales experience? I think most people that do this don't have any online sales experience. I mean, what does that really mean? The idea is that your emails, your products, your website, everything that's written on there, which is generally for this service, we do all the copywriting for all our clients. We do all the email writing. All of that is written by an expert sales copywriter, so they take care of all the writing. But the idea is that when you say online sales experience, you don't really need any. I mean, you have to learn all of that as you get into it. You can read a little bit about how people think, which is more important than online sales experience. I always believe, I mean, one of the things that fascinates me is how people think, how they act, and how they behave, and what goes on in their mind when they see something, what triggers those things. I read a lot about consumer psychology, but that's not something that somebody needs to know about. I think that you can learn about that when you learn about the habits of your buyers. All you need to know is why do people in your market want this thing? If you can really get into understanding their pains, their frustrations, their desires, their needs, then it becomes a lot easier to sell. And that's really what selling is, understanding what their issues are.
We also have another question about e-commerce. Can you help someone that wants to do more of an e-commerce type business versus kind of a direct sales type business?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We have a couple of clients that do quite a few clients actually, not a couple that do e-commerce. One is a website called happyhealthydog.com. Happydoghealth.com. And the idea is that they basically have white labeled a supplement for dogs who have hip and joint pain. And so these dogs have hip and joint pain, and they sell the supplement as dog owners to other dog owners on a monthly supplement basis. So they sell $29.95 per month. They sell the supplement, and that's completely entirely e-commerce. Even though they use advertising, they use blogging, they use social media.
And that actually answers the next question I saw was, can you help with membership sites? So that's kind of funny. Oh, by the way, the Dominican Republic has huge coconuts. Robert wanted you to know
Oh yeah,
that.
I mean that photo right at the beginning is from the Dominican. Let me go back to it.
So,
That there is from the Dominican Republic.
I don't think I'm really seeing anything else. We had somebody talk about affiliate marketing earlier. I don't know if there's anything you want to touch on there at all.
We have a couple of clients that do affiliate marketing also. I mean, it's all the same process. You still need to have lead capture, lead nurturing, and lead conversion and lead generation. Um, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm not seeing any other questions now, so I think people have figured out how to schedule a call. So go to www.insiderinternetsuccess.com/call and take advantage of that strategy session. And with that, any last words, Kevin?
I know. This is great. Thank you so much for having me. Everybody who is seriously interested in building a business, first of all, should take up the call because it's free, but also because it's an opportunity for us to continue our work in the world and keep inspiring people to start businesses online if it's the right thing for them. And on that note, really, I think at the end of the day, everything comes down to action. So how fast you take action is really a mark of, or how well you succeed really is a mark of how fast you take action. So um, yeah, I wish that everybody does that.
Money loves speed, so those who take action
Exactly.
fast are gonna see greater success.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kavit, and thanks everyone for attending. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll speak soon.